see your boobies.
You see the booby holders. Booby holders.
Why are we here tonight? Why are we here? That's right. Okay. Hello everyone, and welcome to the first annual Horror Aficionado Award ceremony. On this day last year, 1 year ago today, we filmed our very first horror movie, Still Warm. This day we all got together just to have a good time. Next thing you know, I got an idea, somebody has an idea. Who wants to make a horror movie? And in less than 12 drunk hours, we filmed our very first horror movie that started a whole trend between great people. I'd like to take a moment to say thank you for showing up and dressing up. And thank you for everyone who participated for the entire year, our first year of filming. And we filmed 4 horror movies since then. That's pretty badass if you ask me. We all came here last year on this day for the same reason. Our love of horror movies, friends, and to do something creative. Since then, we've made 4 horror movies, learned a lot of experiences, lost some friends, gained some friends, and we're still here doing it, and we're getting better and better, which is very, very exciting. Agreed?
Agreed!
This year we've accomplished 4 freaking movies. Our first time we got together, it was the best non-line acting ever. And now we're having a movie about to be put in an indie film. We're getting better, guys. And this is only our first year. Come on, that's good shit. And let's not forget of why we're here today. First we started off with photography, and I got editing skills, and I got this skills, and I got art skills, and blood skills. But it all started with one person. That person is the CEO of Horror Aficionado. So I got to present my first award to the CEO, the main reason why we're all here together today, to Zach Miller. Zach, this is for you, buddy.
Speech! CEO speech! Good job, everybody. Thank everybody for making this happen. It's awesome. I love you guys. I'd like to thank my beautiful fiancée, Jessica.
Yeah!
And all these beautiful people here, the little people that I stepped up on to get where I am today. Thank you all. And Hail Satan.
Hail Satan. Hey Zach, without him, this would not really have happened. It wouldn't have.
More?
It wouldn't have.
Good.
Alright, so that was the first award. Let's get all the fun ones over with, get the small ones out of the way, because next year they're going to be bigger and bigger. You know, people, our friends, want to be in our horror movies. They do. Some show up, some don't, some want to help out, some never do. But for the people that show up and get to be in our movies, that's props, because we don't have too many people like us. We don't. We don't. So, for our first cameo, for our first movies, to be our first cameo award, has to go to Chris. Chris, thank you for joining the Horror Aficionados. I appreciate you being in our first movie.
Thank you, thank you. Well, I just, I'd like to say thanks for having me here and allowing me to be in your films, and just thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, all right.
We really love you.
Yeah. That's how it all starts. All you gotta do is show up, be a friend of ours. Next thing you know, we're putting you in a movie. How cool is that? Really? Like, really seriously, how cool is that? Right? Everybody's here great at their movies. Everybody pulls their own thing in the movies. Some people takes photography. Some people like getting their head smashed. Some people love doing makeup. Some people love getting their guts ripped out and just having blood all over them. But there's a couple of key ingredients to making a great movie. One of them is being a good director. So, for our first HAP Aficionado award ceremony, the trophy for the best director has to go to no one else than Jesh.
Already behind the camera. Perpetually.
With that said, Jess, this is the best trophy ever, if you ask me. This trophy was worked hard on the most because it's probably, next to being a CEO, it's the most important. So Jess, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I've done it! I finally did it!
Now, I've wanted to be a director since I was, since I got my first camcorder when I was like 12 years old. I've been making little silly movies since then. And so this is really cool to get acknowledged for doing one, and it's awesome. And I really appreciate it. And I appreciate all of you for showing up. I have to call you and make sure you're gonna be there. But you never got irritated, and you were really good at showing up and doing it. So it's been a lot of fun, and I want to make a lot more movies.
Yeah!
Thank you very much.
You know, guys, this is all great and all, but you have to give it where it's due. These trophies were made without a love and care, and money has been put into this whole day. But please give a round of applause to the person who made these trophies, Jessica Richard. Yeah. I had to say that ahead of time. Okay, Mom. I just had to say that because I forgot. Right. Okay. For our next one, you know, everybody, like I said, brings their parts. Some people love gore, this and that, but we forgot about our very, very first movie and our very first screen queen. With that said, our screen queen can't be here tonight, but she is with us on Skype. So, the first Screen Queen award goes to no one other than Ashley. Speech, please.
Let her see it.
Thank you for appreciating the way I break my throat muscles for you. And I love you guys.
That's it? Yeah! So this one's for you. You'll be getting it in the mail very soon.
Thank
Get a photo of that real quick.
I did.
You did? Okay, so make sure. Okay.
On top of it.
To Ashley. Alright. Now, without the CEO, the screen queen, the director, you gotta have somebody always who does great with gore and makes it disgusting so much where the director of Killing Cinderella almost pukes all over the actress's stomach. You gotta have effects. You gotta have it. Not just cheesy effects. You gotta have good effects. Therefore, their trophy for best effects has to go to none other than Cassandra.
There's so many accessories.
I think.
Cassandra,
That's true, Ross.
this is for your best effects. Cassandra.
I just want you guys to know I love all of you guys. You guys are awesome friends, and we do awesome movies and awesome shit together.
That's what it is, guys. Director, CEO, screen queen, best effects. all you need is a bunch of people that believe in it, and you get to have something like this. It's pretty freaking cool. Now, with that said, the director, the CEO, the screen queen, the makeup stuff, you gotta have the rest of it. You gotta have a best actor. You do. Now, with the past 4 movies I personally watched, and other people have said, it's not just me, that there's one person that starts from one way and turns out great, with great monologues, great natural ability, great accents. You gotta say, the best actor in the past 4 films has got to be Josh.
What?
Josh, with your accents, your then save me, to just talking whatever, dude. You really deserve this award. I'm not kidding.
Thank you. Wow. Really, this could have gone to any of us.
Agreed.
All been good actors. I'm thanks that I got acknowledged for it, but really, all of you are good actors. Great. So,
Class.
thank you very much. Thanks for thinking of me.
There you go. Here's the fun parts where you get to like acknowledge the best parts or whatever, right? Okay, this one was a tough one. It's all good. Everybody's great at what they do, like just said. Everybody's good at what they do. But I'm not the only person that said it. Mary Morbid right here said the same thing. When you see somebody start from the beginning and do horrifically bad but so cute and funny, to the 4th film where they're amazing, you gotta admit, their skills have gone from 2 to 10. And I gotta say, after the bad stuff she's had to go through to get this award, it's well deserved. There's the best actress in all y'all, just like there's best actor. But this time around, for our first 4 movies, the best actress has to go to Jessica Richard. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true.
I'm so honored. Truly, it's a privilege to work with such wonderful people. That's right, bitches.
And that's how we roll. Now, with that said, every horror movie has gross stuff, but there's always a great fucking villain. And I know how to write a speech about everybody else. I know how to even brag once about me. So I'm going to take the award for best villain because I always seem to be getting kicked in the nuts, hitting with branches, being the monster, being the makeup, always playing a part. So best villain has to go to Chris Webb. Thank you guys. I'm always glad to get kicked in the nuts.
Really?
No, not you. But getting beat up, putting makeup, chasing the good guys. I really enjoy being a monster, or villain, excuse me, because I just love it. So thank you for the award.
Awesome job.
Now, after this best villain, we've had some pretty fucking awesome death scenes. We did. We've had from "Oh, save me" to head smashed in, saws, knives, axes, stabbed in the chest, drowning. We've done a lot of them. We keep coming up with more. But I gotta admit, this second movie that we did was Summoning Evil. And a lot of us worked hard on certain parts. And I gotta say, the best death out of the movies that we've done has gotta be the head smashing. Therefore, the best death has to go to Zach for the Melon Crush. It was just great. Zach, the best death goes to you and your Melon Crush and your Beatles haircut. Congratulations.
That was nice. That was fun. My beaver hair, I loved it. It was great to be covered in fake blood and smashed in the head. I'll never forget it. But thanks, everybody. That was a trauma death.
Now, with that said, I like to play the villain. I always like being the bad guy and playing the parts of the... But somebody put on my masks and somebody else played a monster in one movie. With that said, he was better than I like to be. So I gotta give credit where credit is due. This person played Jason, he played Leatherface all in one movie. He's even done Werewolf and is his favorite character to play. The best monster has got to go to Ron. Ron, you did better than me at Leatherface, and I'm jealous of you. You did better than me at Jason, I gotta give it to you. I'm kind of freaking jealous, but you deserve this award, so congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being part.
All right, my speech. Well, I guess in order to be the best monster, it comes from just a lifetime of watching these movies, being 7 years old and crying for the Frankenstein monster and identifying for it, and just tapping into that part of you and trying to understand the monster instead of hating. Well, there you go. Thank you very much.
Okay. There's a best death, but there's a best kill. We've all died in great ways. We have. We all have. Some people got their eyes ripped out. Some bitches got choked to death.
Sorry.
But there are some great kills. There are. And with that said, I think, and it's been said before, I've made this, everybody watch these movies, but they all say the same thing. That Saw scene was so good, I thought they were really chopping off her head. So, the best kill has got to go to Cassandra. I know that Saw was sharp. I know we were both. So I gotta say, oddly enough, because it goes from monster to comic relief, but Ron deserves comic relief.
Vinny!
Vinny was so awesome and disgusting that you absolutely deserve this. I know it's two oddities, but you deserve it.
Well, you know, I guess those improv classes I took off. And, I just like playing crazy, weird characters, any kind of thing I can put a little bit of myself in, and I can make up dialogue on the drop of a hat because I'm crazy. So, thank you.
Well-deserved award for what you got. Maybe some of you haven't seen yet, but trust me, he deserves this award. He does. Okay, where are we at here? 13.
Yeah.
Now, let's face it, guys. There's directors, there's scream queens, best kills, this and that. But there's one person who does the best behind-the-scene shots. That's done way before editing, way before the movies. We get to see how it was done. There's this one person that pulls the magic curtain over and shows everybody how it was done. Best photography. There's only one person in here who's awesome at photography. That's got to be for Bobby Joe. Bobby Joe.
As she puts her camera down and accepts the award.
You truly deserve this award, and we're glad to give it to you.
Let me pose for my picture now. Yes.
She's so busy taking photos of everybody else, you forget about her. I know the feeling. Congratulations. Without that, it really can't be done. Trust me. Right, and it's all, the photos you see are mostly Bobby. That's why she's barely in them.
You'll see a lot today.
Yeah. All right, where was I?
No, I mean I have a lot in the movie.
Okay. We like doing the blood. We love making the gore. We love being the comic relief. We love the stabbing the wounds and the makeup. But you gotta admit, there's one person that loves to make the props. That person is me. So I gotta take the props award because of the song, the knives.
Woo! Sharpen that blade.
Exactly, unsharpen that blade. Poor Ashley. She had to deal with a knife. I'm still working on using the razor. Nobody trusts me. Thank you. I think I deserve it. I mean, I'm not, you know, I try to give everything to everybody, but I gotta give my props to something too, you know, it's not all about.
Best host to a horror award ceremony.
Okay, now, as I said before, we have an editor, we have a director, we have a makeup artist, we have a best actor, best actress, photography. But what nobody realizes is the hard part about making a horror movie. The editing. That takes longer, more time than anybody really realizes. With that said, it takes 2 people or more to really look at editing. So you have to give the award for editing of the year to none other than the best couple ever, second best, third best. It's the coolest couple. Jess and Cassandra deserve Best Editing Award. Both of you. You guys both deserve this. No.
I'm just the second year,
You
really.
both deserve this award because you both worked very hard on any films that you made. Aww.
Editing was crazy.
And
I spent
hours.
hundreds of hours. I don't want to say hundreds because I sound like pathetic, but it's probably close to that. I'd like to thank Chris and Ron also for helping me edit. They gave me good insights, and but editing is a lot of fun, and I wish you could all be there to sit there with long hours with me and help you.
What's nice? Whenever you guys come over, you guys do.
You talk, me and Aaron has been talking about it. I talk about you a lot, anyway. I'm like, invite me over sometime, show me how you do it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We did.
Thanks for acknowledging this. This is a lot.
Anyway, seriously, I know it's important. And it's very important. Now with all that mixed up, it takes all of that skill to do what we do. That's why we're here today. Because we all gotta know how hard it is to film movies.
It's like the one for you.
Okay. A lot of people have been in our movies. Not a lot. But everybody wants to be in our fucking movies. So they see it, I want to be in a horror movie. Yeah, well, you don't have the skill or the time or the knowledge or the patience or show up here right now to be in a movie. Oh, okay, you got excuses. You do. But you make it, you'll be one. Everybody has their time to do it if they want to do it. And there's one person who showed up ready to do it. Ready to be covered in blood, eat cotton, and be gross, and scream like a friend of the... This next award goes to the best breakthrough performance. And even though filming her was so good that I felt uncomfortable hearing her scream, thinking I was going to do it, but the breakthrough performance has got to go to Erin Rigby.
Great screaming.
This goes to you.
Great screaming.
Thank you for inviting me into your horror aficionados of me knowing nothing about horror movies literally at all. But you guys have been some amazing friends and some really, really awesome people that I trust and I really love being around. So thank you for this award.
girlfriend. We're having sex tonight. Now, most of the awards are gone, but everybody forgets how hard it is to film the movie the next day. The blood on the walls, the blood on the doorknobs, the bloody footprints, the makeup, the shit laying everywhere. We filmed some movies in 3 locations, and as much as I don't mind my house getting bloody, except for my photos, there's one house that put up with a lot of our stuff. I can only imagine how much they put up with. So, with that said, for the film location of the year has got to go to Cassandra's parents' house.
I'm gonna get it. Yes. My grandma loved that, by the way. My grandma was like, I haven't had a man in my shower.
Your family deserves that award.
I will definitely give it to him. They will love it. Thank you so much.
The Valcarcel family.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
The Valcarcels.
that is our first Horror Aficionado Award ceremony. I hope everybody had a good time. I hope everybody we see again next year. And I can't wait to see what we create.
You look so scary.
Thank you for being here.
Thank
That's
you.
it, yo.
Jessica did awesome on the awards.
Yes, she did.
How was that? Let's go. Now let's party!
That's movie time. Kid stays in the picture.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Who are you?
My name is Zachary Miller. I started Horror Aficionado on Facebook and got everybody together.
Why do you love horror movies?
I just always identified with them. I like being scared, and I love things that scare me. When I was young, I used to be horrified of scary movies, and I just came to embrace the things that scared me, and it got a lot of power from it.
What's your favorite top 3 horror movies?
Ooh, I'd say the original Dawn of the Dead. I love that movie. I love the message behind it. It doesn't really beat you over the head with it, but it's kind of a horror action movie, which you really don't see. Plus, it's a lot of fun for a horror movie. Also, let's see, I love the movie Ravenous, which is a great little unknown movie. It has a lot to do with cannibalism, which I love. Just for fun. And also, I have to say Bride of Frankenstein as well, because it's just so beautifully shot, and it still holds up today. All the effects and the cinematography, and I love how in that movie there's not a single right angle anywhere, which is great. Everything's just really, it creates a lot of tension within the movie.
Why did you become and create this group?
I created the group just because I wanted to get people with similar interests and like minds together to have some fun, and I just love talking about minutia and weird things about horror movies and most people don't know or don't care about, and it's fun talking about that kind of stuff with people who share your interests.
What do you like to play in our group?
I don't know. What do you mean by that?
What characters do you enjoy playing?
Oh, okay. I don't know. I kind of like playing the asshole. The guy that everybody's rooting for to get killed. It's a lot of fun.
What do you bring to the Horror Aficionados?
Well, I guess I bring a little artistic talent. Some drive, and I always bring the beer when I can think when I think of it.
Who are you?
My name is Zachary Miller. I'm just kidding. That's not my name. My name is Ron Nelson.
What do you love about horror movies?
Well, what I love about horror films is that you know, fantastic escapism that you really don't get in with any other genre. It's a way to confront all of your fears. But the way I got into them was my dad was gracious enough one Halloween to show me a double feature of the 1931 Dracula and Frankenstein, and seeing that black and white and all the emotion and the genuine sense of dread that you get with black and white photography, I was hooked immediately. And then 10 years later, I saw The Bride of Frankenstein, and I was so moved by it, and I never knew that a movie could do that, and I decided that this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
What are your top 3 horror movies?
Well, I'm going to go with 5 because 3 is really difficult for me. I'm going to do, you know, The Bride of Frankenstein #1 because that's the movie that just changed my life. It has that offbeat, weird mixture of horror and comedy in it. It's kind of a first, breaking new ground. You know, the lighting, the German expressionistic cinematography of it is just beautiful. But moving on, #2 would be a French film called The Eyes Without a Face. It was released over here in the United States as The Horror Chamber of Dr. Faustus in 1960s, directed by a guy named Georges Franju. Very haunting, unsettling, bleak, just melancholy movie. Visually, the black and white it gets under your skin and it lives with you forever. But that movie. #3 would be The Exorcist. I don't really need to talk about that one. It's pretty much perfect horror film. #4 would be Charles Laughton's The Night of the Hunter from 1955. It's the ultimate example of Southern Gothic horror. It has elements of film noir in its lighting, the very nature of it. And then #5 would be the remake, actually, one of the rare remakes that I actually like, of Nosferatu, directed by Werner Herzog from '79. The colors in that movie are gorgeous. Every shot in that movie looks like a painting from a German romantic, like Caspar David Friedrich. It just looks like a painting on film. It is
Completely
gorgeous. Yeah, it's a wonderful film.
All right, that's a great film. I do that. Why and how do you become part of this group?
Well, I became part of the group because my friend Brian Fox, who sadly can't be here today, recommended.
He's not dead.
He's not dead, I assure you, yet. But he recommended Zachary Miller and the group, and said he was the bee's knees, and he was absolutely right. So, yeah.
What do you like to play in the Horror Aficionados?
I'm kind of a character actor. I've always longed to play like the misunderstood creature, you know, being like, you know, 7 years old and crying for the poor Frankenstein monster and relating so much to him. That's the movie that changed me. So I've always wanted to do a role like that where I played some kind of creature. But I like characters. I like playing weird, offbeat roles where I'm able to let loose.
What do you bring to the Horror Aficionados?
Well, I'm fairly decent in acting. Ad-libbing is something I enjoy doing. I was in improv. I do makeup. That's one of my biggest things that I've always wanted to do. As a kid, you know, watching those old monster movies, I began looking up guys like Dick Smith and Jack Pierce, and, you know, all the masters, and learning the tricks of the trade and becoming obsessed with how to do it. And so that's what I hope to bring, makeup.
That's it, bro. What's your name?
My name's Dixie. Dixie Hardon.
Why do you love horror movies?
I like horror movies because you really have a full body reaction to the movie. You get your heart pounding and breathing fast and your adrenaline's going, and then before you know it, something jumps out at you and it scares the hell out of you.
What's your top 3 favorite horror movies?
My #1 favorite horror movie of all time is Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon, because it is actually the movie that got me into horror in the first place. My second favorite horror movie would have to be, I don't know. God, there's so many to choose from. I think, you know what, I think Halloween, the original.
What's the other one?
And the other one would probably be, and you're gonna hate me for this, but the Evil Dead remake.
No, I do not.
Because that was really, really a wonderful
Good.
tribute.
It was. Why and how did you become part of the group?
I'm sleeping with the CEO.
Word. Okay. What parts do you like to play in our Horror Aficionados group?
So far I've liked to play sweet and innocent and a little bit cheeky. But I'd really like to play, you know, give it a shot at playing evil and crazy bitch.
What do you bring to the Horror Aficionados?
Baked goods.
It's true. That's it?
Baked goods.
No, I get it.
Comic relief, fantastic sex scenes, all of this.
That's awesome. And that's it. That's it. Just you nailed it. You fucking nailed it.
Thank you.
That's it. What's your name?
My screen name is JJ Malone, and my real name is Jesh Plackert.
Why do you love horror movies?
I've often thought about that. It's kind of a philosophical view. I like horror movies because they remind me of real life more than anything else. I think that life is kind of a horror movie. So I just really identify with them. I like how in a horror movie you've got good versus evil and it's very contrasted. And sometimes in reality those lines are very blurred and gray, but a horror movie is refreshing because it's very easy to follow. It's almost like Star Wars. It's like you've got the good and the light, and I just really enjoy that.
What is your top 3 favorite horror movies?
That's a hard question. I was thinking about that.
It's a very hard question. It really is.
There's so many good horror movies. The ones I personally like, my favorite horror movie personally is House of a Thousand Corpses, which is just because it's such a cool looking movie, and I like the characters. I like the vibe in the movie. I can't really put my finger on it. I just love watching that movie. I never get tired of it.
Why and how?
I was only one movie.
Why and how?
Wait, I didn't finish the third.
I'm so sorry. Proceed.
My second favorite horror movie is Hellbound, Hellraiser Part 2, and I like Hellraiser a lot. It was very influential in me, and I even made little movies about Hellraiser. I love the villains, and I like them coming out of the box and the chains. It's so scary and cool. And I like Hellbound because it takes it a little further, but it still has enough of the first movie that you get the special effects, and it's cool.
It's cool.
The third one I would say is kind of a draw between American Psycho and Evil Dead. I love Evil Dead because of the cinematography and Bruce Campbell. It's a great movie. And American Psycho because, again, it's just a highly rewatchable, very fun, very cool movie.
Well said.
It's not really a horror movie.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
I guess it is. It's a horror movie.
Very well done. Why and how did you become part of Horror Aficionados?
I can't really remember. I just know that I got invited to go and meet you, Chris Webb, and meet everybody, and we all just really hit it off. We had food at the IHOP, or we had drinks, I don't remember. Strong drinks, coffee, and it was just fun. And then we were like, hey, let's get together and maybe make a movie or something. So I was down for that right away. So that's how I met everybody.
What do you like to play in our group?
I like directing the most, but when I play a character, it doesn't really matter. I've kind of played mostly supporting cast type characters. So, but if I had to play a lead role, probably like one of the heroes, I guess I would like to do.
What do you bring to the Horror Aficionados?
I do a lot of work for the Horror Aficionados. I would say I do a lot of the directing, not all of it, but a lot of it. I shoot everything. I do most of the editing. I also am kind of the wrangler. Like I get everybody together,
It's true.
and you have to do that because that's just the way
Somebody's got
get-togethers. Somebody's got to be the guy who's calling everybody and pestering them and getting them to come out and do stuff.
That's it.
All right.
Done. Yeah, that's good.
All right, let us start by asking, who are you?
My name is Chris Webb. I am a horror aficionado.
Why do you love horror movies so much?
I love horror movies because I don't fear nothing. And sometimes when I watch horror movies, I actually get scared. And I actually love the feeling of being scared because I don't feel it. People love feeling in love, comedy, laughing. I love the tense of being scared.
Well, can you name your top 3 favorite horror movies?
That's a hard one. My number 1 best awesome horror movie of all time is Evil Dead 2. Don't try to deny it. It's the best one. Poltergeist, the second. The third one, for gore, disgusting. Cannibal Holocaust.
Why and how did you become a part of the group?
I've loved horror movies since I was 10 years old. That's just what I knew. My friend decided to make a Facebook page of people like me. And it's all about horror movies. I had to be a part of it.
What parts do you really like to play in the movies?
I love playing the villain. I'm the stunt man. I get my ass kicked. I get punched in the nuts. Logs broken over my head, shoulder, slapped in the face. I love playing the villain because I'm such a nice guy.
What do you think you bring to the horror aficionados?
I think I bring creativity. I really understand behind the camera and in front of the camera just because I watch so many horror movies. I know how to trick photography, camera angles, creativity, and I really do believe I'm 50-50. Half in front and half in the back of the camera. What's your name?
My name is Erin Rigby.
Why do you love horror movies?
I like more of what goes on behind the camera, what goes on in people's minds and how they interact together. Like, why do you still jump even though you know that something's gonna pop up any second? Why do you love that? And that's, I think, why I like horror movies. I like to peel back a little bit and find out why we react the way we do.
What's your top 3 horror movies?
I don't have a third because I'm such a newbie with horror movies. I do love the original Night of the Living Dead, and I like the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Why and how did you become part of this group?
I started dating someone who loved horror movies.
What parts do you like to play in this group?
Do I like to play?
Yeah.
I like to do everything, really. I mean, and just to be a part of it is really fun. And it's a great group of people to work with, so whatever they give me, I will embrace.
What do you bring to the horror aficionados?
I bring a loud scream and a dumb blonde victim.
That's it. That's good. What's your name?
My name is Bobby St. Andre.
Why do you love horror movies?
I love being scared. I love that adrenaline rush that just goes through your whole body.
What's your top 3 horror movies?
Top 3, that's really hard. I love The Shining. High Tension is a good one.
Okay.
The Exorcist. If you're gonna make me choose a top 3, I guess I'll go with those.
How did you become part of the horror aficionados?
Through a very dear friend who I've known since I was about yay high. Introduced me to the group, Zachary, Jessica, and everyone. And I loved everyone.
What parts do you like to play in the group?
Any part where I'm not in it too much. I will admit I am not the best actress, but I love doing the behind the scenes more. The photography.
What do you bring to the horror aficionados?
I'd like to think I bring entertainment and fun and my photography skills.
Yeah, right. What's your name? What's your name?
We wrote? Okay. My name is Christopher St. Andre. I'm an up-and-coming actor. Trying to get things going here.
What do you love about horror movies?
To be honest with you, I love horror movies because that's kind of what I was brought up with. My mom, most kids were watching Disney, flicks, and my mom was watching horror movies, and that's why I brought her with me today.
What's your top 3 horror movies of all time?
That I really.
Out of the blue.
Out of the blue, I really like The House.
Hey, great movie, dude. That's a good fucking movie.
It's scary. It's funny. It's got some gore in it. I like black and white. Like, let's just say the whole series of Twilight Zone.
Okay.
And I kind of like spooky movies. So one of them would have to rank up there. Would be like 1408. I really liked the way it played out.
His name drop.
Didn't really see a whole lot, but it gave me that chill.
Why and how did you become part of the Horror Aficionados?
Why? Because my wife is in it, and she said it was cool. There's a lot of great guys around here having fun. So I just wanted to join.
What parts do you like to play in the group?
Well, you can probably tell by looking at me. I like playing the carefree stoner that always is joking around or getting into some sort of shenanigans. So I'm kind of like Scooby-Doo.
Dude, that describes it perfectly, bro. That is. What do you bring to the Horror Aficionados?
Most of the time, I try to bring a bag of weed and a 12-pack of beer. Other than that, just some comedy, some jokes. A little bit of music sometimes when I get the feel.
That's it. That's Mike. What's your name?
Well, Chris. My name is Mike Marino.
Do you not say Marino?
That's my real last name.
Sorry, I'm thinking.
Hey, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm glad it's funny.
Hey, it's cool. All right, I'm sorry. I'm drunk. Don't worry.
Hey.
Who are you?
Oh my God! What is this? Babylon 5?
Who are you?
Who's your daddy?
What does he do?
I'm a guy who's wondering why Jesh's shoes don't have laces on them.
Okay.
For one thing. Oh my God.
What do you like about horror movies?
Oh, I like horror movies. I guess basically with that, it's something that it's the only genre that kind of taps into that more primal side that all humans have deep down, whether they acknowledge it or not. It's the only thing that kind of digs down and actually scratches at that nerve in the brain. I think that's the reason why I like it.
What's your top 3 favorite horror movies?
I can't even.
Pick one. Top 3.
I don't do lists. I'm not as good as Ron with even trying to quantify things. But let's see. I like Chris's pose there.
Thank you.
But I guess, oh man, shit.
Top 3, baby.
I guess ones that have really touched me recently would go in no particular order. Nice try, Carpenter. Get out of here. But I guess in terms of recent movies that Ron's been gracious enough to let me borrow, I'd have to put Night of the Hunter up there as far as being
really?
an effective horror that really got to me in something I didn't know anything about. As far as that goes, I'm just trying to think why there's so many sound effects.
I know. So sorry, we gotta do a cut. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, it's
Keep
cool.
going. Let's keep going.
We'll add my other 2 later because I can't think of anything.
Why did you become part of the Horror Aficionados?
Because Ron mentioned it to me. Because there's a bunch of folks actually doing shit like this. So it's just like, well, hell yeah! If anyone's doing anything in this freaking godforsaken place, then yeah, I had to be a part of that.
This guy's alright. What do you bring to the Horror Aficionados?
Nothing yet.
Well, what are you going to bring?
Enthusiasm and sound effects. Off-camera sound effects.
What do you expect to be a part of the Aficionados?
I don't know. Any kind of future production. Hopefully a transgenocide film in the future.
You fucker.
That's what. Hey, that's me. That's coming from me.
What do you want to play in the Horror Aficionados?
Lana, the transsexual.
Ron, you're a sick fuck.
I can't help it. But yeah, I mean, hopefully just anything. Like I said, I mean, the fact that these are just folks that are actually doing something like this, I just want to be part of it, regardless.